Hello and good morning. Welcome to our parent meeting, June 11, 2022, for Pinecone School. Today we'll be, thank you for coming. Today we'll be having a discussion between myself and Mr. Pinecone Bumpasi, or Mr. Dream, who is the director of our school. My name is Warren Easton. I am an English teacher here, and we're leading the questions here. Mr. Bumpasi, Mr. Dream.
Good morning. Welcome parents to our parents meeting of this June 11th. We are very happy to see you here. So I'm here with Teacher Warren, and we're going to be doing some little questions. And I would like to welcome new parents of K1 to Pinecone School and Pinecone School 2. And I hope that we're going to have a really good semester this year.
Great. Let's go in. Let's begin with what I see when I walk into the school, which is our vision board or mission statement for the school. Would you please comment about the overarching vision for our school?
So our vision for the school is that we are really committed of making this school one of the best establishment for the students to learn. We have our motivation is that we have a good society, morality, and living through language. Good society means that kids that's coming here, they have to be happy to be here, enjoy being here, enjoy being with the peer and the teacher, and the environment around them has to be good for the learning to begin. Morality, it's when kids have to know which is good or bad. We, as a teacher, will teach them the morality of what is a good thing, what is a bad thing, and guide them to walk into the right path. And lastly is the living through language. We are very, very committed in using English as a language here at the school. That's why we have a lot of foreign teachers here at Pinecone School, so that kids will be able to communicate in English confidently and in the right way also.
Great. I'd like to pursue this line of questions. Let's flesh this out, this vision for the school. Particularly Pinecone School, what do you see as the particular strengths or unique qualities of the school? How would you elaborate?
Okay. Well, we have a lot of strength here at Pinecone School. The first and most effective one that I've seen, that a lot of people see and parents have mentioned it, is the use of English language and the use of foreign teachers here at Pinecone School. In kindergarten, we do good Thai teacher and foreign teacher in each classroom, so that the kids will have the environment of learning the language with the foreign teacher and the Thai teacher at the same time. And also in each classroom, we put only 25 kids maximum in the classroom. So with 2 teachers in the classroom, that's approximately about 12 to 13 kids per teachers, which is a very, very good amount of quality, of having the best quality of the classroom. According to the COVID standard, about 20 to 25 kids is the preferred number in each classroom. And also, we do have a lot of special activity here in the school that is very strong. The number one strong special class that we have here is the music. We have done a lot of music challenge and concert and competition. We have won a lot of prizes for music. And also, we are strong in taekwondo and after school special classes such as swimming, football, or learning with the foreign teacher and Thai teacher after school. So, yeah.
Terrific. This next question is really going to become a little more personal for you as the director of the school, and a little bit about your background and why you have pursued this position in directorship of the school. Why have you pursued this field and this position, the field of education and this position as director?
Well, I've been directing for quite some time, and I've also been involved in education since I was studying back in the States. Coming back from the States here, since my family was owning the school and running the school back then, while I was studying in the States, I was able to come back here and maybe help with the school as a teacher and keep growing with that. So my feeling, my enthusiasm for leading the school, it was always been strong back then. So since 2013, when we first started Pinecone School, that's when I get to first experience leading the school completely, and that's really hit the role. That okay, this is something that I need to do as a director, and something about leadership that I really like and enthusiastic about it for all this time.
Great. What do you see as your main roles here?
Well, the main role for the director here is to be a good strategist, to be a good leader, to organize and lay out the strategies for the best of the school. And with that, I need to monitor not just the students, but I also have to monitor the teachers and make sure that everything that we do here is up to the standard and according to the educational ministry.
Okay. Are there personal qualities, do you think, that makes a strong director?
Well, the quality for the strong director lie on the leadership. We, as a director, we need to be a strong leadership. We need to be a commitment, and the important thing is it needs to be improvement. There's always need to be space in improving in your working, working ethic. So that's how I feel with the quality of the director is that we have to be a strong leader, also kind and balanced and fair.
Okay. Certainly there are challenges as a director. What kind of challenges do you face regularly?
The challenges that I face most of the time is that it's the needs for the teachers and the need for the student have to meet. Okay. However, it have to be up to the education standard. There's a guideline from the educational ministry that we have to follow, and I have to make sure that these guidelines are followed. With that, I have to make sure that my teacher does not overwork or my student does not be pressured too much, because we're trying to keep the learning environment here at Pinecone School a very happy, friendly environment for both students and teachers.
So let's take it day by day as a daily routine. How do you approach your work?
Mostly we'll be observing. I think that's one of my main routine is to be observing the environment around, observing the teachers, observing the classroom, observing the student, even observing the parents from time to time, and know the event that will happen. There's a lot of events here in Thai school, and you have to be very mindful and be very active all the time, because sometimes events happen, and you have to make sure that you organize it and you prepare for those events. And also you have to manage the risk that could happen. In everything that we do, there's always risk that can happen, but most of it will be the safety of the student have to be the most concerned risk of all.
A question here about, it's a general question about describing your strategies and your mindset for work. You have mentioned an attentiveness to this and some of your strategies for problem solving. Anything else you want to add to that?
Well, the best strategies for me is to support the students, support the teachers, support the system. And there could be a lot of strategy that we lay out during the semester. But with those strategies, we need support. So it's my job to make sure that this project, this strategy, having the best support that they have, so that we can become the best, the safest, and meet the KPI. However, with that, we have to do it without too much pressure on the students. My goal is to have them enjoy coming to school, and that will increase the learning and will increase the KPI, will increase the academic. Everything will be better if the kids are happy to be here at the school and enjoy being here. That's when the learning starts.
Yeah. I just want to add my experience in the 3 years that I've been teaching here is precisely what I had to learn was that it's the openness which comes from being happy and feeling safe and having not too much pressure. That openness is so critical for language acquisition and for learning in general. But it's so important. So, and your attentiveness to see that is what I've really enjoyed. The biggest challenge for Pinecone School, what do you see as the biggest challenge for us as we move forward?
Well, the involvement of the community and parents, that will be my biggest challenge. We're trying to make the school one of the leading schools in the UTR, the language leading school actually in the UTR. And with that, we have to communicate and we have to work with the community. We have to work with the parents. We have to make sure that the standards are met and that the student needs is our first priorities. With that, I need to get qualified teachers. I need to get qualified foreign teachers and Thai teachers, materials that fit for them, the environment around the school, like a play area or anything that involve the learning with the kids have to be safe and consider them as the first priorities.
So how do you stay motivated with these challenges?
I think my biggest motivation would be the kids' success. To see students' success, to see how they grow, and to see how the school's growing, how community and the school and the parents and the teacher are working together. That's motivating. That's motivate my working, and is the curriculum that motivates the learning style. Okay, so.
So speaking of leadership then, and attending to these challenges and problems, and how would you describe then overall your leadership style?
My leadership style would have to be transformative. Okay. I like to work as a team. I like teachers to put ideas, give ideas, be able to say what they feel or think for the best of our students. I like to involve teachers into making strategies and also feel like they belong in this whole group of school, of teaching. And we learn to discuss and care about each other, but sometimes I have to be direct also, so that we can keep continuing the work. Otherwise, there will be a lot of questions around and a lot of talk around before we find a final solution. But sometimes I have to be the one who makes a tough call and make sure that it is the best decision for the students.
Can you comment on any particular accomplishments or successes that you've had in your tenure here at Pinecone?
Okay, I think since I've been working for Pinecone, we have done a lot of things and accomplished a lot of things. First of all, when I first took the job, I was able to increase the attendance by 45%. I think throughout the changing of the curriculum, throughout the changing of the style of learning here at Pinecone School from the old school, it met with the parents' need, and also that we have kids who graduate from Pinecone Degree School and have continued to the higher grade, they have done very well. They have been to a class, the number one class in the school. They have been nominee for a competition in a different school. They have gone to some of the top 10 schools in the country. Some of them have traveled and moved to another country, and they have been accepted without lowering down the grade. Because usually when you go to a different country, you have to test your English.
Yeah.
And once they do that, they will see if you are able to learn in the same classroom, the same level, or you have to be in ESL or downgraded to caught up with the learning. But for my kids going to international school here in Thailand and both in other countries, they have been able to fit right in confidently.
Is that then, if I may, I just have a question about that. Is that a focus of yours that you want to have Panatan Dekti School be a good training ground for provide students the opportunity for international postgraduate education? Let me see if I can pare that down. Do you see Panatan Dekti School being a strong preparation for international education at the university?
Oh yeah, both international and Thai school. Kids learn both language here. Actually, we just informed the third language here, which is Chinese. We just introduced Chinese into our curriculum this semester. But however, we have been very strong teaching both language for that the kids can graduate here and they can go to an international school or a Thai school and they can learn and get in the environment and be comfortable with the new environment very easily with them. We have a kids here who graduate from primary 6 will go to Satit or like Alongkorn. We have an MOU with them. With that is that after the kids graduate here, they can enroll at Satit or like Alongkorn without taking any exam because they have been here and know that what we're doing here and how effective our English teachings here at Pinecone School. So they're very accepting and wants to take our kids to their school.
So last question I have here before we sum up is, what is currently happening at Panatan Dekti School? What are the exciting developments that you are seeing right now?
We have a lot of exciting things going on here at Pinecone School. First of all, we have a lot of new teachers here at Pinecone School. We have varieties of teachers here at Pinecone School. We have just recently accepted a teacher from many different countries, from India, from Philippines, from Russia, USA. We have been challenging and we trying to develop and the Chinese teacher. We're trying to develop our school to lead to the language. Okay, and the toughness of that is that the challenge that we're doing and improving is the COVID situation, COVID-19. As you know, for the past 2 or 3 years have been tough for our teachers at the school. We have tried our best. We have tried online learning. We have tried many new things that we have done during this COVID-19. We have learned a lot, and we have made a lot of mistakes also. But I'm sure that all my teachers have tried their best. We have put different strategies of trying to make the school work during the COVID-19. I personally, I feel that we have done more than we need to, and that we have done a very great job. So I props to my teachers, both Thai and foreign teacher, and props to the students, also the parents, who are able to involve the kids learning during the COVID-19 situation. There's also, we try to improve a lot of things like the Thai language, because we put so much English learning into the school, and we have been getting some feedback that our Thai language is need to what's it called, make it stronger. We're trying to. We're making a strategy of how to make the Thai language for the kids to be stronger. We're putting more reading time for them. We're putting more library time for them. One-on-one session with the Thai teacher. We are doing that. The kids who are very weak in the language, both Thai and English, we are trying to put one-on-one session time with the teachers here at the school. So it's going along quite well, and I have seen kids improve by doing this strategy. So we're going to keep doing that and keep making the Thai language and the English language and the whole learning experience stronger.
I see if I Google Pinecone school, it comes up Pinecone bilingual school. I pointed this out to the children because sometimes they need that reminder that this is that they are learning with two arms, and then you mentioned about this. Even though international school is not part of our name, but there is a continued emphasis on making us an international community through representation of teachers and in subject matter.
The world is changing, as you know, and English is a medium language using around the world, and it's gonna be using for a long time because, and I think it's very important for the Thai students to know the language now. By knowing the different language, it's kind of like opening up a new soul for me. Okay, it's kind of like you find a part of yourself through the culture of the language, through the people that you meet using the English language. Being in a different country there, when you can speak English, when you can read and write in English, you're able to travel alone. You can, freedom, knowledge. It's not a thing. YouTube today, everything is in English. And if you want to find something, it's not limited to Thai. If you find something more and deeper, it's all in English. So to know it is to know English and to be able to read and write in English, that will give you the benefit, the advantage, definitely, in your life.
And the big adventure begins there. That's the end of my questions.
Thank you. And thank you. I would like to thank you all parents for coming here. I'm sure you probably will have more questions. If you have any more questions to ask me personally or the head teacher of the school personally, you can leave your comment at the school line app. We will be able to answer your question directly. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it and enjoy talking to your class teachers. And Good day. Have a good one. สวัสดีครับ